What's poppin' YouTube? It's your boy Lil Finesse, the Jiggy Hippie, back with another video for y'all. In this video, we're gonna move on to the Scorpio, which is to me the most misunderstood sign. It's either Scorpio and Aquarius, those two, the most misunderstood sign of the zodiacs. A lot of people cannot really they don't have the mind capacity to really understand how deep and intense the Scorpio is. But don't even worry about that, because I got you. I'm about to break it down the best way possible for anybody and everybody to understand. So before we get started, I'd just like to again thank everybody that supports my videos. Subscribe to my channel, because you know you want to. And without further ado, let's get it popping, shall we? So now let's go to the body parts. That's how I start on my videos. The Aries is the head, the Taurus is the throat, Gemini is the lungs, the dualities, the arms, the fingers on each side, the dualities of our body. We had the Gemini, I said Gemini. We had the Cancer, which is the chest for men, the breast for women, the stomach for men, and the womb for the woman. We have the Leo, which is ruled by the heart. We have Virgo, ruled by the small intestines, the large intestines, and the pancreas. We had Libra, which is ruled by the butt and the kidneys. So now Scorpio. So guess which body part rules Scorpio. When they say Scorpios are the freaks of the zodiacs, they love sex. Scorpios are represented by the genitals, which is the sexual tools for us when we have sex. So Scorpios are ruled by the genitals. This is why all Scorpios have a special relationship with sex. Like, I'm not saying that all Scorpio women are hoes, they be fucking around. I'm not saying all that. I'm just saying they have a deeper connection with sex than everybody else in the zodiac. And I'm about to explain that as I move towards this. But understand, keep in your mind that Scorpios are ruled by the genitals for a reason. Scorpios are called the freaks for a reason. If you are a Scorpio, you have a very special connection with sex for a reason. So understand that. So let's get some famous Scorpio people, so I can keep that in y'all head, so I know the energy that they have. So we got Drake. And one thing I noticed about Scorpio people as well, like, because they keep a lot of their emotions like inside, like they don't really like to show people their vulnerability. They like to keep everything inside and have like a cool, calm, collected outer appearance, knowing damn well that inside of them they're feeling so much, they just don't want to bring it out. So one thing I noticed about Scorpio people is that when they're like bringing their art to the world, whether it's creatively as in music, dancing, like I have a Scorpio barber and he's like nice with it. Like Scorpios are really good when it comes to like bringing from within to the world. Like they're really good at sharing their art from what they've experienced in life, like just their inner self. They're really good at bringing it out creatively. So we got Drake, and y'all know who Drake is. I ain't gotta explain no more. We got Future's popping. We got Fabulous. We got Bill Gates, very powerful person. We got Gordon Ramsay. He's like one of these like critiquing. He likes to critique people's cooking and stuff, but peep the intensity he has when he's talking to them. Like, he does not play no games. He's straight to the point, and he's like very cutthroat. Like he'll tell you straight up what it is. He doesn't care like what's going on. He tell you straight up if it's good or not. If it's like, he just tells you straight up. Very intense. We got SZA, and I fuck with SZA heavy. Like her lyrics are very like Scorpio people when they write, because they've been through so much in life. Like Scorpio is like represented by transformation, and I hate saying this because people might think of it the wrong way, but they're ruled by the planet Pluto, and Pluto is like ruler of the underworld and death and transformation and darkness. So Scorpios, their lives, they go through things that forces them to transform as a person. And also, when you're dating a Scorpio, understand that something's gonna happen while you're dating them that you yourself is going to transform and change as a person. But I'll go deeper into that later on in this video. So we have Ella May. She also has very deep lyrics. We got Russell Westbrook, basketball player. Now peep how intense Russell Westbrook is when he plays basketball. Like, I don't think I've ever seen a basketball player that's like more intense as him when it comes to like him driving to the basket, the way he talks shit to everybody. Like he's just so ready for war. He's just so about it. That's Scorpio energy. Just ready. They're not afraid of anything. Scorpios are not. They don't have like fears. They don't like to show their fear on the outside. Like they're just so brave and just so ready for anything on the outside. But on the inside, that's a whole nother different story. Then we have Sierra. I said Sierra because Future Sierra, there were two Scorpios dating, and like you see how intense that was when it ended. Like the Scorpio energy in general is a very, very strong energy. So having two Scorpios together is like, bruh, that's a lot of energy together. So when it ends, which it ended badly, they both transformed as people in a good way or a bad way, depending on if you have a light side of Scorpio or a dark side of Scorpio. So now let's go back. So now Pluto is the ruler of Scorpio, but it's also co-ruled by Mars. And remember, Mars is a ruler of Aries. So Scorpio and Aries have this thing in common where they are not afraid to go to war. They're not afraid to battle. But the difference between Aries and Scorpio is like Aries, when they're going to battle, they'll come at you with the sword straight up. Like I'm about to fuck you up right now. Like whether you like it or not, I'm coming. And they show you the sword in their hand. Now the Scorpios are they're very sneaky, very private. They're very low key. So they're gonna still come at you with the sword, but they're gonna put it behind their back, right? And they'll come at you, they'll dap you up, and as soon as you think that none's happening, then they'll like stab you in the back with it. Like they're very like meticulous when they wanna get you back at something. Like they're very smart at doing it, very sneaky, and you will never see it coming. Just like the Scorpion, which is what creature rules Scorpio is a Scorpion. The Scorpion has that stinger in the back. Like you will never see it coming, but when it comes, like it's coming fast, and like you're done. Like that sting is so deadly by such a small creature. And that's like the epitome of what a Scorpio is. It's very powerful. No matter what it looks like on the outside, understand that Scorpios are very, very, very powerful. So I'm saying this to say you do not want to fuck with a Scorpio. You do not want to fuck with a Scorpio. If you're doing something to them and on the outside they look like they letting it slide, or they don't care, or you fucked up, like you did something wrong and you didn't apologize. Let's say like you promised something, like we're gonna do, like let's say you're dating a Scorpio girl and you promised something and you didn't come through with it, and like you didn't apologize, you just let it brush by. Understand that A, they did not forget that, and B, they're gonna bring it back up in the most like unsuspecting time. Like you're gonna be like, what? Like that's hella long ago. Like why are you bringing that back up? Because they never like they really take everything to an intense level. They really feel everything on an intense level. They feel everything very deeply. Now this is sad to say, but one thing I noticed that like Scorpio, when they were young, like in their childhood, they usually like had like so much trust and faith into one person, whether it's a parent or an adult figure that they trusted, and that person like betrayed them, kind of thing. So that kind of like scarred them for life, which makes them like not trust anybody. Scorpios do not, they really have a hard time like trusting people, because they felt the pain of betrayal, and they know they do not want to feel that again. So if you're trying to get with a Scorpio person, understand that you have to be super patient. And in the beginning, for probably a very long time, they're not going to trust you at all. Like not saying like they don't trust you because you're a bad person. They're just so guarded of their own emotions because they feel emotions on an intense ass level. I'm going to keep stressing that. Their emotions are very intense. Like when they were younger, themselves, they probably express themselves just the way they are, very intense. And then their parents kept saying, yo, you can't be doing that. You gotta tone it down. Like, tone down. Don't be so intense. Tone it down. So like, they've grown to learn that, wow, like I have so much power with my emotions, with my energy, that I have to like learn how to control it. So a lot of them on the outside will be cool, calm, collected. They'd be like, they just control what they look like on the outside, but they feel so deeply on everything that goes around them. all water signs are like very emotional, but the emotions for Scorpios are like just intense, like to the max, like just super intense. Which is why when it comes to sex, which are ruled by the genitals, they feel the connection of sex on a more intense level than any other sign in the zodiac, because everything about them is just, it's to the death. It's like to the max. Like everything about them is just all or nothing type shit. Like they do everything 100% or they're not gonna do it at all kind of thing. Like they go all in or they're not doing it at all. So going back to the Pluto planet ruled by death and transformation, Scorpios really have no problem like watching things with gore and blood and death. Like I'm not saying they welcome death, but they don't have a problem with the concept of death and things that have to be destroyed and die, because like they're so comfortable with the fact that everything has to die, everything has to end, because they're ruled by the planet of like death and endings and transformations and reincarnation. They're ruled by the planet that makes things rebirth and dies, rebirth and dies. Like they're ruled by the darkness of the reality of things have to go and things have to get reborn. So they're usually like into mystery shows, like when it comes to like the CIAs or like the forensics and all that, like things that have to do with blood and all the darkness and all the other shit like that. Like they really have like a high high tolerance to blood and all that. So one thing about Scorpio women especially is that they have like a magnetic pull to them. There's something about a Scorpio woman that when you look at them, like their energy is so magnetic, and they're probably not even doing nothing. They're probably not even trying to like attract you. But when you look at them, like their magnetic pull makes you think of them, like especially in a sexual way. Like damn, like I wonder what it's like if. I mean, like it was just like something about the Scorpio woman that's very sexual, because they're ruled by sex. So they have like, you know, the sexual energy from a Scorpio is like they could get you so easily in their trap by just them being by just their magnetic pull from like their sexual energy. So there's always something sexual about a Scorpio that you'll notice that's like, and that's how they get you kind of thing. And it's very hard to bag a Scorpio too, because Scorpios are like, they're very independent first of all, and they always like to go after what they want. They're very independent and they go after the man they want. They go after what they want. So you can't bag a Scorpio, but a Scorpio would definitely bag you if you are the person that they believe is like, wow, this is the person I want. If you're their obsession at the moment, if you're like their object of obsession, they're gonna go after you, and it's gonna be very hard to resist. Understand that. But know that if you're gonna date this person and your life is not in the place where it wants to be, where you want it to be, know that if you're gonna date this person while your life is kind of messed up, something's gonna happen. She's gonna help you, or he, depending on who you are. The Scorpio person is gonna help you transform that into a better or worse cause, depending on if it's a dark side of Scorpio or a light side of Scorpio. Every Scorpio is here to transform your life better or for worse. So you have to be very cautious of the kind of Scorpio that you're dealing with, because Scorpios are here just to make things forcefully change. They are also a fixed sign. Like the fixed signs are the Tauruses, the Aquarius, the Scorpios, and the Leos. They're fixed, so they're not going to change whatever they set their mind to, whatever like their mentality is, how they live their life. They're not going to change easily because they're fixed on it. And the opposite sign of Scorpio is Taurus. So remember how Tauruses are very like, when you're dating a Taurus, they're very they like to own you kind of thing, like you're their possession, and they don't want nobody to have you. They don't want nobody around you kind of thing. They just want you for themselves kind of thing. It's the same with a Scorpio, except add that, but then add the intense emotions to it. So like jealousy is something that's very like, jealousy, if you do not want to have your Scorpio person, like you don't want to make them believe like you're out there creeping, out there cheating, or you like you're getting like attention from everybody else, like, because when a Scorpio person is jealous, like that feeling of jealousy is intensified from a Scorpio. So don't make them jealous, because a good Scorpio generally just wants to bring life to you and make you a better person. Like that's what their purpose is. The light side of Scorpio is to make you a better person than what you are right now. If you want to fuck up and like start trying to make them turn into like the darker side, which is intensity, can be a good intensity or it could be a dark intensity. The dark intensity Scorpios are probably the worst, like the most feared, for a reason, because they can change and turn so dark and turn so vengeful and turn so like they could really hurt you. Because one thing about them, that you will not know everything about them, but they will know everything about you. If y'all dating, if y'all like together, they will make sure that they know all your insecurities, all your weaknesses. They will know it. And they're good at keeping secrets. Like, they're very secretive. So like if you're dating them, they'll keep that a secret. Like, you can really confide in them in that way, because they won't tell everybody. They'll keep that secret to themselves. But if you cross them or betray them, and it'll take them back to that childhood of that person that they looked up to, that betrayed them, and that feeling that they had that was like so intense, they don't want to go back to that betrayal feeling again. So if you like betray a Scorpio, then they will take that information that they have of you, of all your insecurities, all your weaknesses, and they'll throw it right back in your face, kind of thing. Like, you do not want to hurt or betray a Scorpio. I'm gonna keep stressing this. Like, Scorpios, you do not want to betray them, because they genuinely want to make your life better. They want to transform your life and transcend your life into something that they see beyond what you can see. Look at you, right? Scorpios have this stare they have. Like, their eyes can, like, the eyes are the windows to the soul, they say. And a Scorpio really stares at you and can really like see the kind of person you are. Like, they can read through all bullshit. Do not try to manipulate a Scorpio, try to lie to them. They can read through all bullshit. Water signs are very intuitive and very psychic. They can feel things. They don't look at things for face value. So a way to attract the Scorpio, though, is by like just making a lot of eye contact. The eyes is like a very powerful weapon for the Scorpio. So if you're always like making eye contact with them and they staring back at you for a long time, then you know you got them, kind of thing, or they're gonna be intrigued by you. Everything Scorpio is like mysterious, so don't make yourself like too easy to figure out. Scorpios really kind of draw to like quiet, shy people because they want to like make it their mission to figure out why that person is so shy. Like, why is he so quiet? So if you're a confident, shy person, or a confident person that doesn't like put yourself out there for everybody to figure out, a Scorpio will be like intrigued by you. They'll be like, like, who is that person? Like, and then they'll come to you, kind of thing, and they'll try to like figure you out. But remember, the stare they have, like, they have a stare that they, like, if they like you, if a Scorpio likes you, they will stare at you for a long ass time, and if you notice that they're staring at you, then you know that like they're that they feeling you like that. So understand that like their eyes are a window to the soul. So don't ever lie to them, especially straight to their face, because they can read through that shit easily. And once they peep that you lied, they might not even tell you at that moment, like, all right, you bullshitting. But understand that in their inner energy, like their inner emotions is super intense, that they will definitely be very disappointed, and they'll get you back, girl. They'll get you back, because they do not want to get hurt. They hate feeling vulnerable to people, because their emotions are so strong, and they know like that's the only way that you can really hurt a Scorpio, is like really by through their vulnerabilities and through their emotions. So they hate making people the opportunity to hurt them, kind of thing. So if they trust in you and they confide in you and y'all dating, and like you know everything about them, which you would not know everything about a Scorpio ever. Like, there's always a part of them that they will not tell anybody. There's always a part of Scorpios. They're very private, like even more private than Virgos. Like, they're super private, super secretive, and not secretive in a sneaky way, but they're just like, their energy is so intense they could keep it in, like they keep it inside, which is not always a good thing. which is sometimes why some Scorpios really like, they kind of like self-sabotage themselves, like either through like drinking, drugs, smoking. Like they really like, they kind of like hurt themselves because they keep things in so like heavily. They keep intense ass energy inside so heavily that because they don't bring it out, they're kind of susceptible to like over drinking and over smoking, like doing like heavy shit, because they don't know how to like bring out their emotions, because they do not want to get betrayed by anybody. They don't want to get hurt by anybody, because they have to have that cool, calm, collected on the outside to make sure that nobody can get to them, because they're super strong people. They're very, very strong people, but their vulnerability is their emotions. Like all water signs are emotional, so like their emotions are their super vulnerability moments to their life, kind of thing. Scorpios also have a crazy ass temper. Like a lot of them will even tell you like, you don't want me to get mad at you, you don't want me to get mad, don't do that because I'll get mad. You don't want to see me like this, don't get mad. They'll warn you. Like if somebody's warning you that, yo, you don't want to see me get mad, you don't want me to get like this, don't cross me. If they're warning you and they're telling you that and you're still doing the bullshit, understand that you're gonna feel that temper. That temper is like, understand, cause like I said, I'm gonna keep saying this, Scorpio is intensity. Intensity is everything to Scorpio. They're not what they appear to be. Like they appear to be cool, calm, collected. They're very quiet sometimes. They could be outgoing and then quiet. Like it's just kind of like, it's kind of different. It's kind of contradicting too. But the regular nature of a Scorpio is private, quiet, secretive, low key. Do not trust anybody. They do not trust anybody. They're very guarded to their energy, their heart, their emotions. But when they fuck with you and they can trust you and they can see that your soul is like, you have a good soul, you have a good heart, then they will become obsessively in love with you. Like dating a Scorpio, you can probably feel like the intensity, because they're really like, they really show that they love you. They're really like obsessively in love with you. Very, very passionate people. They put their all into everything they do, which is why they're always gonna be very successful in whatever their passion is, because they put 100% effort in everything they do. Which is why it hurts so much to them when somebody like betrays them, when somebody cheats on them, when somebody like just takes them for granted, kind of thing. That's why it hurts so bad, because they put so much intensity into loving something. When that person betrays them, yo, then the vengeance comes out. Then the dark side, the super, super dark side, because they're already ruled by a dark planet. So they're already like attracted to, or like they're already comfortable with the darkness of life. But when you get betrayed by one, or when one betrays you, when you betray a Scorpio, then the darkness to the max comes out, and they're very secretive with it, because they know your weaknesses. Understand that they're gonna make you open up to them before they open up to you, because you're gonna be so infatuated by their magnetic energy. You're just gonna be like, damn, there's something about you. Like they're really good at manipulating people too, because they in the past got manipulated and they know the feeling, so they know how to like, maneuver in that aspect of manipulating and stuff. So like they'll make you open up to them, so they'll feel safe. Like, all right, so I know you to the max, so if you ever want to hurt me, like I know exactly what will hurt you back. Like they're very vengeful like that, revengeful. They hate somebody that will just come and just take advantage of them, and then they'll just let them go by. Nah, they're gonna have to get you back some way, somehow. And the last thing I could say about the Scorpio is like their willpower is probably the strongest out of all the zodiac signs. Like when they have their mind set on something, because they're a fixed sign. When their mind is set on something, their willpower will make them carry anything out. They could do anything they want. If you're a Scorpio and you don't know this, understand that you have this willpower that when you tell your mind to do something, you focus all your energy like a laser beam that like focuses its energy on that one point. That red intense light focuses on one point. They could focus their energy, their mind on one thing, and like they could really be successful in it, because they put so much intensity and so much energy into it. So hopefully this video made y'all understand Scorpios a little better, and made y'all understand that you do not want to fuck with them. Do not, if you're not gonna take them seriously, if you're not gonna like respect them as a person as you want to be respected, you don't want to fuck with a Scorpio. That's all I'm saying, because you will not see it coming when they get you back. You will not see it coming. They're super secretive, super sneaky, super low key. So my next video is going to be the Sagittarius. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, Astro Finesse. It's your boy Lil Finesse, the Jiggy Hippie. I'm gonna catch y'all when I catch y'all. Be safe out here. Peace.